Morning, Cyberty. How are ya? Burke on that, 1905. Good morning. Good morning. Off dude, Gressam. Good morning. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Hope you had a nice weekend. I had an awesome weekend. Gonna let a little more people join in here. And Marlo 3, good morning. How's everyone doing? Good? B-Ball Greg, what's up? B-Ball Greg. How you doing, my friend? Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great weekend. BK Davis, 94. What's up? What's going on, BK? Everyone have a great weekend? Anything interesting happen? Great. Awesome. Andy Staynor, welcome. Loesti, welcome. Good morning. APM Biz. Welcome, my friend. Digging your podcast, very honest. Thanks. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. I'm trying to get more content delivered to you guys. So hopefully that'll be coming soon. I got a couple interviews lined up for my podcast. Thanks for the hearts. Keep them coming. I got some more podcasts coming, some more interviews coming for my podcast. So that'll be pretty exciting. Good morning to you. Steph, P978, good morning. Ovatium, good morning. It's Monday morning. People are lagging. I got some good content for you guys today. Some really good stuff, guys. Thanks for the hearts. Keep them coming. You Minot, thanks for joining. Jason Goofy Grape, thanks for joining. I'm going to get it cranked up in a few minutes, guys. You like my signature coffee cup? Saraline D. Sikorsky, thanks for joining. You guys like my signature Starbucks coffee, huh? I'm going to zoom in for you guys. Tell us the secret. Get to the point. Get to the content. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? Let me get comfy here. What's up? How you doing? Sorry if I'm not seeing the name here. You guys know already that I need glasses, but I'm gonna try to do my best. Good morning, Naki. Hey, what's up? Hey, bro, straight to the point. Get straight to the point, right? You guys had a nice weekend? Anybody do anything special? Anything interesting? No? I had a great weekend. Franklin Pro, what's up? What's up, Franklin Pro? I'm going to give you guys some great content today. And I know it's going to apply. Hey, what? Nope, not a great weekend. Come on, sorry to hear that. You know, every chosen one. The Matrix. What's up? All right, I'm going to get it going. Golf in Scotland. Golf in Scotland is great. I hear you got some great courses out there. All right, guys, listen. I'm going to get it cranked up because I know a lot of you are at work and a lot of you want me to get to the point. So I'm going to get it started. I'm going to share with you guys really some great stuff I made on a deal late last week. This happened on Friday. So I wanted to share with you guys after I did my podcast. I mean, my, what do you call this? My scope. I got to get used to this. I'm always used to doing my podcast. Sack Boy, what's going on? Sack Baby, Sack Bad Boy. So anyway, guys, I came across, I told you guys that I do a lot of deals and I do a lot of couponing deals. And I know this might not appeal to a lot of you, but a lot of you it might appeal to. So I'm going to show you guys how technically I made almost $1,000 on Friday, $948 to be exact. And I actually got paid $15.60 to make this deal happen. So I'm going to share with you guys because these are the kind of deals that you can duplicate all the time. And you can actually, make a lot of money doing this. And, it takes a little bit of time. it takes a little bit of time to master. But I share with you guys on Friday a website that I use to find all my deals, right? I'm getting free products. Thanks for the hearts. Keep the hearts coming, guys. Tap, tap, tap. Actually, if you guys can share in your Twitter accounts, that'd be great. That'll get the scope spread out, to your people and stuff. If you can actually scroll to the left, to the right, and you can click share if you're on Twitter and share with your Twitter people, I would appreciate that. So yeah, guys, I had a really good Friday in that I made a whopping $948, and I made it really in about 6 hours. It took me about 6 hours. Could have taken me a little more, but it took me about 6 hours. And what I did was it had to do with coupons, and you guys know, couponing is a great way to make a bunch of money. Send me money then. Couponing is a way to make a great amount of money, guys. I make a lot of these deals. I put these deals together, and it takes a little bit of time to put the deals together, but if you're patient, it's going to separate you from the rest on Amazon. There's nothing like getting free product. There's nothing like getting paid to get free product. The manufacturers are hungry to get us, for us to try their products, to use these coupons to get their products. And so it's extremely important that you guys, even if you're doing private label, or even if you're not doing private label, and you're looking to raise money to do private label, this is by far the best way to make money. And I'm going to share with you guys by detail exactly what I did to earn about $948 on Friday in about 6 hours time. And it took me a little longer simply because I was just clowning around a lot. But, you can do it in probably 4 hours or less. All right, guys? So this is what I did. CVS had a deal, right? And on this particular deal, I was able to take advantage of it on Friday. And the deal goes like this. They had 6 free Crest rinses, right, for a $5 profit, right? So it was totally free. They had another 5 free Revlon eyeshadows with a $4 profit. And what I mean by that was that these are cashback rewards that you get so that when you go shopping the next time, you can actually use that $9 credit, whatever credit they give you, on that shopping, on the next shopping trip. Now, guys, I'm going to share by detail exactly what I purchased, and I'm going to break the numbers down for you guys. I ended up getting 2 free Tresemme hair care products, totally free. Those were 13 items that I got for free. Then the other part of the deal was that I got, for $2.27, I got Tide detergent. For 99 cents, I got General Mills cereals. You can pick the brand. 22 cents, I purchased St. Ives scrub with a cashback reward. For 33 cents, I bought Suave body wash. For 50 cents, I bought Suave professional hair care. For 82 cents, I bought Colgate Optic White toothpaste. For 62 cents, I bought Colgate Optic White mouthwash. For 87 cents, I'm going to break it down to you guys now. For 87 cents, I bought Dove's men's body wash. For $1.08, I bought Fiber One bars 5 count. All right, guys, now listen. I purchased 22 items in total, right? It only cost me $7.70 for all these 22 items. It cost me an average of 35 cents for all these units. Now, the 9 units that I paid for, remember, the first 6, 5, and 2 units were free. The other 9 units I actually had to pay. That cost me $7.70 to purchase that, right? Now, remember, I purchased a total of 22 items. I paid $7.70 out of pocket. I got back in cashback rewards $9, okay? So they actually paid me $1.30 to pick up all 22 items, all right? So I actually got paid to pick up all 22 items from CVS. They paid me $1. It ended up putting back $1.30 in my pockets. All right, guys. Now, picture this. I don't know if I did share this with you guys on Friday. Well, it was on Friday's scope. I'm trying to remember when I shared it with you guys, but it was on Friday's scope, I believe, or Saturday's scope. I have purchased, and I do it all the time. I purchased about 10 CVS cards. and I purchased them from eBay. I paid $88 for it, and I got $100 gift cards. Okay, and I purchased from this particular vendor on eBay all the time. So for $88, I got $100 gift card. So that means that I'm instantly making $12 profit on that card. Okay, so actually I bought a little more. I have purchased about 15. I got in total. So what I did was the following. I went to about 10 stores, right, with these gift cards, and I duplicated exactly what I purchased, what I shared with you guys. So this is what I ended up getting in total inventory. So on top of getting these products, getting them for free, because at the end of the day, they were $1.30. On top of getting them for free, I used on some of them my gift card. But I realized that it didn't make any sense to use my gift card because I was already getting paid to purchase it. So I saved up a lot of the gift cards for future purchases where I wanted to get a bigger discount, where it was more money out of pocket, and I would use the $12 difference to be able to keep more of my profit. So I ended up using a couple cards, but then I realized, just in the excitement of things, that it didn't make sense to use it because I was already getting enough cash back where I was getting paid to purchase all these units. Now, this is what I did. I ended up going to about 12 stores, 12 CVS's in my area. Okay, so I ended up getting, I'm going to break it down to you guys. I ended up getting 12 of the 6 units for free. Of the free Crest rinses, I got 72 units. I ended up getting 12 of the 5 free Revlon eyeshadows. That's 60 units. I ended up getting 12 of the 2 free Tresemme hair care products. I ended up getting 24. Now, of the 9 items that I ended up paying for that, I got 81 total items, because if you total 9 items times 12 stores, that's 81 units. So I ended up buying 237 units, all right, total items. I ended up buying for, it cost me $7.70, okay? So that cost me out of pocket $92.40 in profit. I mean, in cash layout, right, that I ended up spending. I opted not to use my card because I was getting money back. Yes, I could have covered it with my cards, but I ended up not doing that. Why? Because with the $9 cash back on the free products, I ended up getting $108 credit from CVS, which means that they gave me back. If you take $108 and you subtract it from the $92.40 that I had to outlay in product, after the first store, I didn't have to take out any more cash, right? Pretty much, relatively speaking. So I ended up making $108, which ended up putting back in my pockets $15.60. I know I'm going kind of quick, guys, and I'm gonna break this down for you guys on my. If you go to my my website, and if you go to the podcast, I'm gonna have a podcast where I break it down a little more. Now, I can't visually break it down for you guys simply because there's no forum for me to do that right now unless I put it on YouTube, which I started putting a lot of these videos. What I'll try to do is I'll try to put this episode, this scope episode, and I'll try to create a video for it so you guys can see exactly how I laid it out. So bottom line is this. If I sold each of the units, yes, I know I'm going pretty fast and it might be a little confusing, but if I sold each of the 237 items that I ended up buying at a profit of $4 on Amazon, remember, it didn't cost me anything out of pocket. Once I ship those items to Amazon, which I'm going to ship this week, and I make a potential $4 per profit per unit on average, that's $948 that I made, and it didn't cost me anything out of pocket, right? Because I ended up getting paid to purchase these items from CVS. All right, guys? Is my time worth it? Well, let's figure it out. If you take $1,000 and you divide it by 6 hours, what does that work out to? Right? That works out to, let's say, $300 an hour times it's about $150 an hour. Think about it. If I'm making $1,000 per profit and it took me 6 hours on Friday, that's about $150 an hour. I think $150 an hour is worth my time. And remember, that's pure profit. So yes, it's, I don't know about, everyone else's time, but you all have to put a value on your time. So what is your time worth? My time is worth $150 an hour, right? That's what some CPAs charge. That's what some attorneys charge. If you earn more than $150 an hour at your employment, then you might have to question whether it's worth your time. But I would say it's probably still worth your time, even if you're making $150 an hour in your full-time, if you're in your full-time gig, simply because $150 an hour, I missed the very beginning. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I'm not going to repeat it entirely because, you know, in fairness to everyone else, but I'll have a replay of this and I'll have it on my YouTube. My YouTube site is Amazon Sales Mentor, and I'll have a replay of this. And you can actually get a replay right as soon as it ends. But just to get you the gist of this, what I was sharing was that I obtained a whole bunch of products from CVS, and I made money purchasing these items. You know, and it didn't cost me really anything out of pocket at the end of the day. And so, yes, you know, if I break down the $1,000, and again, I'm gonna, you know, coin this and say that, you know, yes, I haven't sold the items yet, but the items that I purchased are decent sellers on Amazon, and I looked up what they're selling for on Amazon, and I should be able to yield at least $4 profit per unit on Amazon. Remember, it ain't cost me anything. I'm in no hurry to rush. I'm in no hurry to rush to the bottom and sell this. Yes, buy low, sell high. Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, if it ain't cost you anything, you can be the lowest seller on Amazon and outbid everybody and beat everybody. But if it ain't cost you anything, you don't have to rush to be the lowest seller. If it's a good selling item, you know, all you have to do is just be a little patient, that it'll eventually sell and you get the margins that you want on it. You know, a lot of times sellers on Amazon are so quick to want to lower their prices that it's a race to the bottom. But if you're smart about it and you understand the sales ranks and you understand that that if you're a little patient, it's almost like going to a restaurant, right? You go to your favorite restaurant and you have a wait time, right? The wait time can be 15 minutes, the wait time can be 20 minutes. You know that at the end of, you know, that if you're going to this restaurant, thank you for the hearts. If you're going to this restaurant to eat, you know that at the end of the day, you know, you're going to get that meal that you love. Well, someone's asking how much time additionally on Amazon over time to sell everything. Well, the items that I mentioned are disposable items, hair care products, Colgate toothpaste, mouthwash. You know, all these things sell pretty good on Amazon. You know, some things might sell a little slower than others, but at the end of the day, if you have to lower your price to be the number one seller, yeah, hair care, correct, like shampoos and stuff like that. If you have to lower your price to be the lowest seller to move the inventory, then you do that. But if you look at the sales rank and you see that, you know, that it's a decent mover and you can wait to get your margins, then you wait to get your margins. And the analogy I was making on that restaurant was that, you know, sometimes when you go to that restaurant, you know the food's good, you wait, right? You wait and you make sure that you wait your turn until you get seated, because you know that the reward is going to be excellent versus going somewhere else where the food is subpar, but you get seated right away, right? So sometimes it's worth just waiting a little longer and making the margins, because you know you're going to make the margins. You know, and if you're not paying anything for it, you know, where's the skin in the game? The only skin in the game that you have is the time that it took you to go purchase these items on CVS. So yes, you have to be patient. Don't rush to be the lowest seller on Amazon, and especially if you're getting items for free, risk margins over, you know, selling it maybe a week earlier or 2 weeks earlier. Wait the time and you'll sell it. So that's what I share with all my students. That's what I implement. If I'm not paying for a product, then I'm not in a rush to get rid of it. I'll just let it sell. Even if it takes a month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't care. It's going to sell. I'm going to make my margins. So I estimated that on 237 items that I purchased, I estimated that I'm going to make about an average of $4 profit per item times 237. That's $948 profit, guys. Okay, and it didn't cost me anything. CVS paid me at the end of the day through their cashback programs. They paid me to buy all these items. So the point is that yes, guys, this is well worth it. It's $1,000. In other words, I'm not making it tomorrow the $1,000, but it's going to be spread out. Now figure this out. Figure if you did this every single day. Figure this if you did this 3-4 times a week, and you had $3,000 in products sitting in Amazon's warehouse that you know eventually you're going to get paid on. You know, the products that I mentioned are highly disposable products, which sell pretty good. You know, it's absolutely it's good extra income. Absolutely, it's good extra income. You know, guys, and it takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of time. And like I mentioned before, you know, sorry guys, I'm a little bit high energy, but this is how I am all the time. You know, I'm high strung, I'm high energy. I'm pumped. I love this kind of stuff, and I love sharing it with you guys because everyone can do this. Everyone can do this, and I know that it's tougher for some of those people that are out in the overseas. Excuse me, guys. I got a frog in my throat. Some people that are overseas and stuff like that. But again, if you have a connection in the U.S., you can split profits with somebody in the U.S. and teach them this material. Teach them how to do this. Teach them how they can go about and make this happen. And if you have a good relationship with somebody in the States, you teach them how they can go about, and you can split profits, right? Say, look, I'll put up the money. If there's money to be put up, I'll teach you, what you need to do, and you can go out and we'll split the profits. So this can be done from anywhere. It's harder if you're overseas, but if you're in the U.S., yes, you can. Then if you're restricted, if you're overseas, to doing a lot more online arbitrage deals where you're kind of looking for coupons to ebates.com, and you're doing all these other things to be able to take advantage of these coupons. But if you're in the U.S., guys, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going out to the stores for $1,000 6 hours. How can anyone sell on Amazon? How about restrictions on what they allow? Well, yes and no. I mean, you have to make sure that you're authorized to sell in that category. Like for example, health and beauty, you need approval, but the approval is simple. I go over that in my free course. I teach you guys how to really get approved in restricted categories. So yes, you can. If you go to the onlinesalesmentor.com, that's my website. You can take the free course, and I have a module on there that I discuss, getting approved in certain categories. Okay, so yes, you can get approved for pretty much all the categories. Some categories are tougher than others, but you can get approved. So you have to make sure that you can get approved before you start implementing the strategy, because then you're gonna have to wait, even if you got it for free. But you remember, a lot of these products have expiration dates. So because they have expiration dates, you want to make sure that that they're long dated. In other words, more than a year out. Now, CVS buyback, I don't know about CVS buyback, but it's a cashback program they have. That, in other words, when you buy something, they might have a deal where they give you back money. And the money is not in the form of cash at the register, but it's in the form of a credit voucher, so that you can use that credit on your next purchase. So, for example, on this $9 purchase, when I went to purchase again, cashback. So that $9, when I went to buy my next item, I used that credit, and then they credited that $7.70 towards my $9. They're not going to give me the $1.30 difference. I don't care. It just meant that I didn't have to take any money out of my pockets to pay at the register. So I ended up getting these products. After the first purchase, I ended up getting these products for free, right? So that's the point, guys. The point is that you have to kind of be creative. If you go to Coupon Mom, there's a bunch of couponing websites out there. Then you sell $9 on Amazon. Well, I don't know what you mean about the $9, but I sell the products that I purchased from CVS. Yeah, I sell the products on Amazon, right? And that's how I make my $1,000. So what I did was that I accumulated all these products, and then like for example, this week I got to pack them up and ship them, and then I'll ship them off to Amazon, and then let them sell whenever they sell. I don't care, right? So right now, what I'm gonna do today and I'm gonna do tomorrow is see if I can go to more stores, and maybe some of the same stores, and maybe if I can buy more of the same products. Sometimes they get iffy if you do it too many times. So you have to be, that's why I try to go to a lot of stores. I'm in an area where, like, in 10 miles, I can probably find 50 CVS stores, or probably even more. It's ridiculous the amount of CVS stores in my area. Again, I'm close to New York City, so it's a densely populated area. So you're going to get a lot, you're going to have a lot more foot traffic, a lot more density of people, and you're going to be able to find a lot of them. No, what I meant was that the $9 product. What I meant was I got a cash back of $9. Buying 9 items cost me $7.70 out of pocket. They gave me a $9 cash back, right, that I can use on a future purchase. So I took that $9 and I applied it towards my next purchase at my next store. That made the $7.70 essentially free because I didn't have to take out any cash out of my pocket. Now, at the end of the day, I had 9 items that I was able. Always excited to hear your ideas. Thank you. I was able to take these these 9 items, and then accumulate them. So at the end of the day, when I finished going through 12 stores, I ended up buying 81 items from the 9 items. But then there was another. I think it was another. Let me see. There was about another 140 or 50 items that I ended up buying that I ended up getting for free. I don't know who just wrote that, but that didn't sound too good. I ended up getting the other items for free, right? So bottom line is that if you implement the strategy the right way, you can actually end up making a ton of money, and you can do this every week. There's deals, guys. Every single week there's deals that you can take advantage of, right? So the bottom line is that it's not restricted to one-off deals. Every week there's a deal. Every week there's a manufacturer putting out a deal. Every week there's a manufacturer that's eager to give products away. So if you implement the strategy and you find, you do the research, a little time, you can actually make a lot of money for free on Amazon. So how did you get 9 items for free? Because there were coupon deals. There were deals that CVS is having to entice people to come shop to their store. So in other words, they involve coupon deals. I do have a website. It's onlinesalesmentor.com, and you can visit the website, and I have a free course that you can take there. So the 9 items were part of, the manufacturers put out coupons so that they can give away product either at a discount or for free. And it's really meant to entice shoppers to go shop at these stores. And then while you're there, you're going to end up buying a gallon of milk. You're going to end up buying popcorn. You're going to end up buying, anything you need for the house. That's the idea behind couponing. But a lot of people don't take advantage of coupons the way they should be. So what I'm teaching is how you can monetize that opportunity, so that you can make a bunch of money. And then not only monetize it, but then use Amazon as your channel to get rid of these products, right? This is what I've done for my business. This is how I make my money. This is how I earn an income, in addition to my private label products, right? So it's a combination, Look, I don't know if there's couponing in UK, but in the UK, if there's coupons out there, I'm sure that there's sites out there that you can probably implement a lot of the same strategies. I'm not the best person to tell you that, simply because, I don't know what kind of deals, and I'm not looking out for any deals in the UK, but you might want to try some of these, just type in coupons, coupon deals, and in the UK, you might get a whole bunch of them. My website, it's on my profile here on Periscope. It's onlinesalesmentor.com. That's my website. You can, you're more than free to go check it out. But bottom line, guys, I have done some couponing podcasts. I think if you go back towards the beginning, I do share that. But I'll take a look at it, and if I don't have one, then I'll make sure that I create one. Just to kind of support what I'm sharing with you guys now. But again, guys, it's about being creative, right? It's about sharing with you guys, these opportunities. A lot of people say, why, am I afraid that the market's going to get saturated because I'm sharing this? No, because every deal is different, right? A deal that I might find out there, you might not find in your part of the country, or you might find a better deal in your part of the country that I might not find. You're welcome. You're welcome for the info, right? So every state, every city, every state, every supermarket, they all have their deals. Some supermarkets, your local supermarkets, they'll double coupons, right? Something that they might not offer maybe in the next town or the next city or the next state. So those are deals that I can take advantage of. Bottom line is that there's an opportunity for anybody and everybody to make money here.
You know how many people are happy?
You would be happy with an extra $200 a month. Well, listen, if you implement some of these couponing strategies, you can probably do that in a couple hours work if you put in the time. This is the issue that I see amongst a lot of sellers, and I'm not speaking to you directly, is that people are not willing to put in the time. Everybody wants the low-hanging fruit. And if you approach anything, with that in mind, then you're not going to be successful. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to make it, things. If it was easy, all of us would be doing it, right? It's not easy. It takes work. But you know what? You get up every single morning, you go to a job. It takes the same amount of effort. You get up, you put in the work, and you'll see that you'll yield the same results in your business. So I see a lot of people put in a lot of time to go to work and to give somebody else their time, their commitment, their sacrifice, their strategy. But when it comes for them to implement that into their own business and their own lives, they don't do it. They don't do it. So, it's time that you guys, really, start building your own dreams, right? Start putting these things to practice for you, for your life, for your business, for your family. And you'll see that you'll start getting so creative. You'll start getting like so hyped up and pumped about opportunities and what's coming out next week. What are the coupon deals next week? What's on sale next week? What am I doing next week? Now, I'm only talking to you guys about retail arbitrage, right? All right. Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome. I'm only talking to you guys about retail arbitrage. Why? Because it's the easiest way to make money. It's the easiest way to make money, guys. This can be your stepping stone to step into private labeling. You might not want to do this retail thing. You might just want to do private labeling, which is fine. I provide a course for that too. You don't have to take my course. You can take anybody's course. There's a dime a dozen guys out there that have courses on private labeling. Bottom line is that this is a strategy. If you need more money to private label, this is a strategy that can get money in your pockets so that you can invest in your private labeling business. But it takes a little bit of sacrifice. Can you repeat how you started? I joined late. Well, I'm not going to do that just because there's a lot of people that it's not fair for those that jumped on real quick. But there's a replay. You can actually catch a replay right after this that will go over it. Also, I'm gonna have I have a YouTube channel. It's called Amazon Sales Mentor. I'll put all my replays on there for Periscope. I already put 5 up there, so you can actually go and subscribe. So if you don't get me live, you can actually get me on YouTube. And it's Amazon Sales Mentor. It's my YouTube channel. You can find me there, and you can just look at my replays there, because the replays on Periscope only last for 24 hours. So you can actually catch more of the stuff that I share there and, kind of repeat it and view it as many times as you want. Well, guys, listen. I hope that what I shared with you guys was kind of inspirational. Amazon Sales Mentor on YouTube, yes. And it's YouTube with YOU, not you. Thanks, I will check it out. Okay, great. Yeah, I have it on there. So, and I'm trying to put all my shows on there so that, people can go back to it as many times as they want and just go over the info. So I hope you guys find what I share with you guys valuable, right? I wanted to share this deal with you guys because I was excited about it, and I thought that, hey, look, I can always use an extra $1,000, right? I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys have a lot of money, but, I can always use $1,000, and I think most of you probably could, right? We can all use that extra money. So my goal is to really help you guys, kind of find those opportunities and separate yourselves and start this Amazon business right away. I really like to know is how many of you guys are already selling on Amazon? Have you guys started? Are you thinking of starting? Where are you at with your business? Have you, thanks for sharing. Thanks, Frank. I followed you. Extra 300 is good with me. Listen, I'm going to share this. Go to my website, onlinesalesmentor.com. Sign up for the free course. You're going to get a lot of that free course. Trust me, it's going to be a ton of information that's valuable, and you're going to get a lot out of it. So if you want to start, then that's probably a good place to start. Totally free, guys. I don't sell you anything. The only thing that I'm selling, and I'm transparent about what I'm selling, is I'm going to sell my private labeling course, and I'm going to sell it for, very, very expensive. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to afford it, but it's $67. All right, guys. So yes, I'm being funny, right? But that's the only thing that I sell. Everything else I offer for free. My podcast, getting on here with you guys. Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. Everything that I offer is for free. I try to put a ton of value out there for you guys. But the private labeling, I created over 30 videos. That eventually I'll sell when it's available, and I'll let you guys know. But if you go to my website, you can catch the online sales mentor, the Amazon sellers training, the advanced Amazon sellers training course. You can get that for free, and that's available for anybody. Bromance, hearts for you. Love you too, guys. Listen, I hope you find what I share valuable. I hope you find. I hope you put it to work. Not only do I hope you find it valuable. How you like the Uber driving? Listen, I did Uber for 2 weeks, and I shared that on my podcast. I made $1,000 a week for 2 weeks, guys. I made, not for 2 weeks, each week I made $1,000, and maybe I'll share that in another episode. Right now I'm just, as you guys know, I'm doing my morning Starbucks run, but I did Uber for about for 2 weeks, and I made $1,000 each week. So, and I share that with you guys because what I wanted to do was, I had a friend that was doing Uber, and he did it out in New York City, and he kept telling me, Frank, why don't you post me as a new service? Oh yeah, probably. I haven't heard of it, but there's a bunch out there now. So he kept telling me, Frank, you should try it. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm gonna do it for 2 weeks for my community, and just to give my community another opportunity to see that they can make money outside of Amazon. That it's not all about making money on Amazon, right? And I did it for 2 weeks. Okay, guys, I signed up. It took me 3 days to sign up. And I went out in the morning. I started, at different times of the day. But I figured that early in the morning was the best times because I got the airport ones. And I did that for about 2 weeks. And I made my first week about $900 and something. And in the second week, I think I crushed it at $1,068 or something like that. So Uber was definitely a way for me to generate $2,000 in 2 weeks. All right, guys. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I wanted to really do that. I covered it in my podcast, but I wanted to do that to really give the community a different view of how they can make money outside of Amazon, that they can then turn around and buy products on Amazon to sell. Right. So it's just a different venue. If you guys want me to cover a lot more of that, I can do that in a future episode, in a future scope. I can cover that more in detail. But, there's not much more to it than just that I signed up and I made $1,000. And, I put that $1,000 really back to, buying products on Amazon. So, I did that. I put that back into my private label business. But I know now that if I ever needed to make money really quick, thank you for the comment. I knew that if I ever needed to make money very quick, I can do that by just getting behind the wheel of Uber. If I was in a tough spot, right, and my Amazon business went to shambles and I needed to make quick money and I didn't want to work for somebody else, I would do Uber again because I can make $1,000. $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month. Sorry, guys, $4,000 a month. That's almost $50,000 a year working for yourself. So I would do it full time if I had to, right? But thank God I have a strong enough business. I have some investments that I made some good choices with my money. And I think you guys should do that too, so that this way you don't have to, you can do the stuff that you love, and you can, not have to worry about doing anything else if you don't have to. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna stop the rant there. All right, Edward Chu, you ended up joining a little late, but catch the replay. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's scope. I hope I gave you guys a ton of value, and I hope not only I hope you put it to work. I hope you put it to work. I hope you really put a lot of what I share into action, because at the end of the day, it's about taking action. Don't sit on your two hands, excited about the idea, but never implementing it. Just do it. Go to couponmom.com, check out the deal that she has in your area, the deal that she posts in your area, and take action. You want to start private labeling? Take action. Take action. Join my free course. Start getting your feet wet. Start learning more of the info that you need to learn, more of the basics, more of the retail arbitrage game. Couponmom.com. Yeah, that's the website. Learn more about, all the ins and outs of Amazon, right? Start getting your feet wet. Take action, guys. It's about taking action. Stop sitting on your hands and stop, listening to even my podcast. I prefer you not to listen to my podcast, if it meant that you were going to take action. Take action. Take action. That's why, it's extremely important for you guys to get as much information as you possibly can. But at the end of the day, it's about what you put into practice. All right, guys? So listen, if you need me to motivate you, I hope that these scopes motivate you guys to take action. Someone just asked, what is this about? It's about making money on Amazon. If you just joined us for now, it's about making money on Amazon and finding creative ways to go about and getting into this Amazon business and setting yourselves apart from the crowd, right? That's what I teach. Not only do I teach private labeling, but I teach retail arbitrage. I teach all these things, and by far, I'm not the guru on this whole business. There's people that know a lot more than I do, and I learn from them constantly. But I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I know quite a bit. I know enough to be able to share with you guys and tell you what works and what doesn't work. So I think that I hold my own, and hopefully I can share that with you guys and pass the torch so that you guys can put that into action. All right, guys? Enough. I'm done. Listen, love you guys. Baby steps and perseverance. Absolutely. Baby steps is what it takes, let's walk before we run. And that's really the model you should follow. What kind of car are you driving? I drive a BMW X3. And then I have an older car. I have another one. I have like a 1994 Lexus, but I don't give it up because I love it. It runs really, really well. And it's a great car. But the BMW is a newer car. Yeah, it's a nice ride. But look, I drove for a long time. I drove, really like BS cars, because I didn't want a car payment, right? My whole thing was about building assets, right? And I put all my money towards building assets. When I started building assets, then I knew that I was making $300 a month, extra $400 a month. Then I went ahead and you don't work for corporate. No, the only corporation I work is my corporation, which is, my LLC. That's the only corporation I work for. So I ended up, building assets, and building assets allow me to really go ahead and buy my cars for cash. I don't pay for cars, and it's not to brag, guys. I'm not bragging here. I'm just sharing with you guys my philosophy on money and investing. I don't have the only monthly payments I have is my mortgage, right? But that's good assets to have. I don't spend money on I will have a show. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'll have a scope tomorrow on building assets and what I do to build my assets. But I don't spend money on, I don't even have a credit card. And most of you probably won't believe me when I say this, but I do not have a credit card. All I have is my debit card to my bank. If I don't have the cash in the bank, I don't buy it. That's the bottom line. And I had to implement that because I was one time $30,000-$40,000 in credit card debt, and I refused to get to that place again. So this is just my philosophy. I can share that with you guys in the future, how I implement stuff. I don't have car notes. I don't have credit card debt. My only debt, again, is my monthly utilities and my mortgage. I learned that lesson. Damn. Yeah, credit cards, look, the reality is that credit cards is a poor man's game, right? And it's meant to keep us in debt, and I was there, right? I was there, and, and if you guys are there, there's nothing to be ashamed about. It's just a matter of working your way out of it. Using Amazon to work your way out of it. Using Amazon to pay off your car. Using Amazon to put cash in the bank. That's what it's about. It's about building assets. Yes, mortgage debt only. Mortgage debt is good debt. Why? Because it's an inflation fighter. But it's about building assets, guys. It's about building stuff that that you can be proud of. That you can leave your kids. That you can, who wants to be 65 years old and not be and rely on the government for Social Security? The country's in trouble in terms of debt. We have too much debt in this country, so we have to make sure that our personal finances are in check. We have to make sure that we're always checking our personal finances and we're doing the things that we need to do. Well, yeah, someone says you're not that successful, you're still paying your mortgage. Yeah, I'll tell you why that's probably not a true statement, and I'll share a little bit with it. And it's not to get in debate, but everyone has different philosophies, right? If I have a mortgage, that means that I can take depreciation on my investments. I can have more. I can take a lot of write-offs, by having a mortgage, right? Not only that, it's an inflation fighter, right? So for example, as the dollar gets more devalued, that means that over the long term, I pay that debt back with cheaper dollars. Not only is that debt paid back with cheaper dollars, it's paid by somebody else. So I rather leverage that debt. Hold on. But choose not to be because of the tax benefits. Yeah. So because of all the tax benefits that you get off, not only that debt is being paid off by somebody else, I rather leverage that money instead of paying it off early. I rather leverage that money and buy more income producing assets that cash flow. Not that it appreciates. I don't care about property appreciation. I care about income. I care about cash flow. In other words, is that property going to give me, after all my expenses, another $200? Right? So, these are all things that, and again, everybody's situation is different. Everyone's philosophy is different. This is not meant as tax advice. This is not meant as, I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing with you guys my philosophy on real estate. I thought for a long time that having a property mortgage free is probably the best way to go. But I realized that there's so much tax incentives to having a mortgage as long as you can cash flow on the property. You don't want to be over 50% debt on that property. So if you can be on a 50% debt to ratio, then you'll always be fine. If you're over leveraged, it's not good. Again, I don't want to get too far into this, but this is just my take on, and the way my real estate investment approach is that, because the dollar gets cheaper, right? Every year the dollar gets devalued more and more and more. That means that over time, that debt gets paid back in cheaper dollars because of that devaluation. Not only that, I will receive income on the property, and that property is paid off by somebody else. So these are all pluses on, into owning properties. But anyway, guys, I'll reserve. If you guys are interested, I'll have a show where I share a lot more of my take on that and my philosophy and what I do on investing, what I do with my extra cash flow and how I invest it. But this is just my philosophy and my take. Right or wrong, everybody has different strategies. Everybody's take is different, and I gotta respect, everyone's take on it. So, all right, guys, tell me how to make money. Why don't you go to my website, onlinesalesmentor.com, and you can join the course, and we can take it from there. We can keep the dialogue going there. And you guys can always email me. Yes, you can itemize on taxes. Absolutely. There's a lot of pluses into holding some debt on some property. There's good debt and there's bad debt, right? Mortgage, I see it as good debt. If you're not over leveraged, keep the mortgage. It is a tax advantage. Absolutely. I believe I'm under the same school of thought. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Mortgage debt, if you're making cash flow on property, it's good debt. Credit card debt is bad debt, right? That's bad debt. So anyway, guys, hope you got a lot of value out of this today. There'll be a replay of this right after we're done, but there'll also be a replay at Amazon Sales Mentor on YouTube. That is the channel that I'm putting all my replays on, so you can actually catch my replays there. Thank you. You can actually catch my replays there if you wanted to go back and review. And, if you joined us late and you have no clue on what we're talking about, you missed, the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes of it was the meat and potatoes of the Amazon business and what I did and how I made $1,000, in about 6 hours worth of work. All right, guys, listen, I love you guys. Have a great day. Love you guys. Take care.